Sai students, welcome back. Today we are going to learn EVS 2 History Chapter 3 Life on Earth Part 1. But before starting, let us take a short recap of previous video, that is second chapter, History and the concept of time. What we had learned in it was historical periods, scientific method of measuring time and establishing age, dating. And now, today we are going to learn formation of Earth. What is formation of Earth? On the basis of scientific research, it is now believed that around 4.5 billion years ago, an enormous cloud of very hot gases and dust spinning at a great speed was formed in space. Yes, students, on the basis of scientific research, it is now believed means accepted, that around 4.5 billion years ago, an enormous means very big cloud of very hot gases and dust spinning at a great speed was formed in the space. Yes. Did you understand? Now tell me, how many years ago Earth was formed? Yes, right. 4.5 billion years ago Earth was formed. And how was it formed? In space? Yes. And the answer is, it was formed with an enormous cloud of very hot gases and dust spinning at a great speed. Good. Now the next. Its circular motion and great speed caused it to divide into several portions, thereby creating the Sun and its solar system. Students, its circular motion means movement, and great speed caused it to divide it into several portions. Several portion means more than two parts, thereby creating the Sun and its solar system. Did you understand? Students, this is the diagram of a solar system. Yes. Now the Sun is the closest star to the Earth. Sun, which is a star, and the planets that revolves around it are together form the solar system. Now besides Earth, there are 7 other planets that revolves around the Sun. They are Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Satellites, dwarf planets and asteroids are also part of our solar system. Means, besides the planets, the solar system also include those heavenly bodies. 8 planets. Which are they? Yes, right. Just we have seen Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune are the 8 planets in our solar system. Now we will study the 8 planets in detail. The first planet, Mercury. Now let's see about Mercury. Mercury is the first planet from the Sun. It is closest to the Earth. It is smallest and innermost planet in the solar system. Its orbit around the Sun takes 88 days. Students, this is the picture of Mercury. Students, it is the shortest of all planets in the solar system. It is named after the Roman deity Mercury, the messenger of God. Understand, students? Yes. Now the next. Venus. Venus is the second planet from the Sun. It is the brightest and the hottest planet. Its orbit around the Sun takes 225 days. Now, just tell me the position of Venus. Yes, Venus stands on the second place from the Sun. And how is Venus? Yes, it is the brightest and the hottest planet. And how many days it takes for the orbit around the Sun? Yes, it takes 225 days for the orbit around the Sun. This is the picture of Venus. Venus is called Earth's sister planet because of their similar size, mass and bulk position. It is named after the Roman goddess of love and beauty. Now the next is Earth. Earth is the third planet. It has one satellite, means moon. Its orbit around the Sun takes 365 days. Students, 365 days means 1 year. Now tell me, what is the position of the Earth from the Sun? Yes, Earth is on the third position from the Sun. How many moons does Earth has? Yes, it has one satellite, means one moon. And how many days it takes for its orbit around the Sun? Yes, right. It takes 365 days to orbit around the Sun. This is the picture of Earth. Students, our Earth is a planet. It gets light from the Sun. It moves around the Sun. Its movement around the Sun is called revolution of the Earth. Earth, where we live. It is the only planet which has life. You understand? And the next is Mars. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun. It is the reddish planet. It has 2 satellites. Its orbit around the Sun takes 1.88 years. Now students, tell me, on what position is Mars from the Sun? Yes, it is on the 4th position from the Sun. What is the color of the planet Mars? Yes, it is in the reddish color. How many moons does it has? It has 2 moons, means 2 satellites. And now tell me, how many years does it take to complete the orbit around the Sun? Yes, it takes 1.88 years. Students, it means 687 days. Now let's see the next. This is the picture of Mars. Mars is the second smallest planet in the solar system after Mercury. Mars carries the name of the Roman god of war and is often referred to as the red planet. Now the next, Jupiter. Jupiter is the 5th planet from the Sun. It is bigger yellowish planet. It has 64 satellites. Its orbit around the Sun takes 11.87 years. Now tell me students, on what position is Jupiter from the Sun? Yes, Jupiter is on the 5th position from the Sun. What is the color of Jupiter? Yes, its color is yellowish. And how many moons does Jupiter has? It has 64 satellite, means moons. And how many years does it take to orbit around the Sun? Yes, it takes 11.87 years. You know 11.87 means 4,330 days to orbit around the Sun. Now the next is, this is the picture of Jupiter. Students, it is the first largest planet in the solar system. It is named after the Roman god Jupiter. Now the next is Saturn. Saturn is the 6th planet from the Sun. We can see its rings through telescope. It has 33 satellites. Its orbit around the Sun takes 29 years. Now tell me the position of the Saturn from the Sun. Yes, Saturn is on the 6th position from the Sun. And how can we see the rings? We can see its ring through telescope. Very good. And how many moons does Saturn has? It has 33 moons. Students, how many years does Saturn takes to orbit around the Sun? Yes, it takes 29 years to orbit around the Sun. And the number next is, this is the picture of Saturn. It is the second largest planet in the solar system after the Jupiter. And the next is Uranus. Uranus is the seventh planet from the Sun. It can be seen only through the telescope. Now, telescope means it is the instrument in the shape of a tube with a special piece of glass inside it. You look through it to make things that are far away appear bigger and nearer. It has 27 satellites. Its orbit around the Sun takes 84 years. Now, on what position is Uranus? Yes, students, Uranus is on the 7th position from the Sun. And how can we see Uranus? Yes, it can be seen through the telescope. How many moons does Uranus has? Uranus has 27 moons, means satellites. How much time is taken for its orbit around the Sun? Yes, very good. 84 years is taken to orbit around the Sun. And the next, this is a picture of Uranus. It is the third largest planet in the solar system. Did you understand? And the next is Neptune. Neptune is the 8th planet from the Sun. It has 13 satellites. Its orbit around the Sun takes 164 years. Yes, students. Now tell me, how many years does the Neptune takes to orbit around the Sun? Yes, right. 164 years it takes to orbit around the Sun. Now the next picture is, this is a picture of Neptune. It is the 4th largest planet in the solar system. Now the next is beginning of life on the Earth. Among these planets, the Earth is the only planet where life is known to exist. Students, our Earth is the only planet which has life on it. The next, after the formation of the Earth, it took about 80 crore years for its surface to cool down and for water bodies to be formed on it. Students, formation of the Earth means process of beginning formed Means the earth was formed, and after that it took 80 crore years for the surface to cool down and for the water bodies to be formed on it. Now students, tell me how many years is required in the earth's surface to cool down and for water bodies be formed on it? Yes, right, 80 crores. Very good. Now the next is various kinds of unicellular organism, means protozoa or living things, first appeared in water. Students, tell me which living things appeared in water? Yes, good. Various kinds of unicellular organism, means protozoa, first appeared in water. And the next is the protozoa are so tiny that they cannot be seen with the naked eyes. We need a microscope to see them. Now, students, microscope means an instrument that makes very small object look big enough for you to be able to see them. And students, now tell me, how can we see protozoa? Yes, we can see protozoa with microscope because it is so tiny that they cannot be seen with the naked eyes. And the next is, this is a picture of unicellular organism. This is a picture of a microscope. This unicellular organism is seen through a microscope. Students, what we have learned today? Formation of Earth, 8 planets, beginning of life on the Earth. And now the next we are going to do one activity. Fill in the blanks. We need a dash to watch protozoa. The surface of the earth took about dash crore years to cool down. And the answer for the first one is, yes, very good, microscope. We need a microscope to watch protozoa. And the second answer, good, 80 crores. The surface of the earth took about 80 crore years to cool down. And the next one, third question, dash the only planet where life is known to exist. And the fourth one, the unicellular bodies first appeared in dash. So the third answer is Earth, the only planet where life is known to exist. And the next answer, yes, very good. The unicellular bodies first appear in water. And students, that's all for today. Sai Ram, thank you.